curious about betting on the NHL but don't know how to get started, I've got good news. I'm here to help. So let's dig into some NHL betting basics. First up is Moneyline betting, which is as basic as it gets because you're simply betting on who's going to win the game. The favorite will be indicated by a minus sign, whereas the underdog will be indicated by a plus sign. So let's say, for example, the Penguins are hosting the Maple Leafs. The Penguins would be a minus 145 favorite, with Toronto coming back as a plus 130 underdog. If the Penguins win, they'd return a profit of around $69 based on a $100 bet, whereas the Maple Leafs would return a profit of $130 if they won. There's always more risk with betting on an underdog, and that's why they always offer a bigger payout. Another way to bet on a hockey game is the Puckline, which is hockey's version of a spread. Puckline betting involves a 1.5 goal spread where the favorite must win by at least 2 goals to cover the puck line, while the underdog can lose by 1 goal or win outright to cover. Bettors often try to get a better payout by wagering on the puck line when the money line for a game is too high. For example, if the Avalanche are a minus 200 favorite versus the Bruins on the money line, you can take them on the minus 1.5 puck line with odds of around minus 110. But remember, they must win by at least 2 goals to cover and win the bet. If you're not interested in picking a winner or a loser, you can bet on the total, otherwise known as over-under betting. This is when bettors wager on if the total combined goals scored by each team will go over or under a number set by odds makers. So a game between the Canadiens and Rangers might have a set total of 6.5 goals. If the Rangers win 5-3 for a combined score of 8 goals, that would mean that the total went over. Other popular bet types you can make for an NHL game are if a specific player will score a goal, the total number of saves a goalie will have, who will be leading at the end of the first period, and of course, who will win the Stanley Cup. Now, there's many important considerations that should factor into what type of bets you place. Pay attention to who's starting in net, as there's often a big skill gap between a starter or a backup goalie. See how teams perform at home compared to on the road. See how they do on short rests and how they play after a loss. Dig into some stats to find some strengths versus weaknesses and make sure you're checking those injury reports. The bottom line is make sure you're doing some research because you might find a pretty good edge. So now that you know a little bit more about betting on the NHL, you can head on over to VegasInsider.com for everything you need to get started today. Good luck out there.